What if I told you there are spirits walking among us, not to help, just waiting for someone to say something stupid, waiting for a desperate voice to whisper the wrong words? Amarachi was just 27 when she made that mistake. Amarachi didn't always suffer. There was a time when her family lived well, not wealthy but better than average. Her father, Chief Obina, had traveled to Germany when she was 4. And everyone in their village thought they'd finally blow. For a while, it looked like that. Obina would send back pictures, standing beside fancy cars, wearing gold chains, posing with Oyibo people in restaurants. But that's all he ever sent. Pictures. No money, no school fees, no hospital bills paid, not even Christmas clothes. Amarachi's mother, Minena, would cry silently at night, folding each picture into a drawer while her children starved. People stopped believing in him. Even Amarachi, when she got older, stopped defending him. Then came the crash. Obinya was deported after a string of fraud charges. He returned to Nigeria broke, sick, and empty. No land, no house, not even a plot of hope. He died 3 years later from liver failure. And no one, not a single cousin, uncle, or brother, came for the burial. By the time Amarachi turned 27, life had already taught her how to bleed in silence. She had moved to Lagos with her best friend Blessing, hoping to chase something, anything that looked like success. But Lagos had no mercy. She worked like a madwoman, selling perfumes in traffic during the day, washing clothes for rich women in Ikoyi at night. Still, the money wasn't enough. Her mother was now doing dialysis twice a week. Her younger sister had just gained admission into the university, but couldn't pay admission fees. Her little brother was skipping meals at home, and there was no help. Her aunties and uncles ghosted her. She felt helpless. Amarachi felt cursed. Every time she saved a little money, life would collect it back. Her roommate Blessing had stopped struggling a long time ago. She had a few clients, rich men who paid her to spend the night. Soft runs, she called it. No emotions, just transaction. Amarachi hated it at first. She said she'd never stoop that low, but Blessing always laughed.
"Nah, you go suffer pass,"
she said one night, sipping malt and scrolling through her DMs.
"This Lagos no pity good girls."
And one day, Amarachi broke. It wasn't even something dramatic, just a phone call from her mum, crying in pain because the hospital wouldn't start dialysis without payment. That night, she said yes, just one time. The man Blessing introduced her to was polite, middle-aged, drove a black Benz. He gave her 250,000 naira before she even stepped into the hotel. It felt like a dream. She sent half to the hospital, cleared her debts, bought her siblings foodstuff, and even kept 50,000 for herself. But dreams don't last forever. She tried it again and again, but no matter how much came in, it was never enough. Something was always waiting to collect it. It was like her life was cursed. Abundance would touch her hand, then disappear before it reached her mouth. That night, the one that changed everything, it rained for hours. The wind howled through their broken window, and the smell of wet sand filled the room. Amarachi had just come back from a run that didn't go well. The man was rude, aggressive. She felt dirty. She sat in front of the mirror, staring at her reflection. The crack on the glass made it look like her face was split in two. She didn't cry. There were no tears left. She just whispered,
"If I can just be rich for 2 days, even if I die after, I'll be okay. Let me just taste it. Let me just breathe. Let my family enjoy small, then I can go."
She laughed, a dry, bitter laugh. She didn't think anything of it. But what she didn't know was that she wasn't alone. Behind her, invisible to her eyes but fully present, stood a dark figure. It was tall, thin, with skin like dried ash. Its eyes glowed red, and 2 sharp horns curved backward like twisted branches. It leaned close, smiled, and whispered back,
"So shall it be."
The next morning, nothing changed. In fact, things got worse. Her perfume bag got stolen in traffic. The women she washed for said she wouldn't be needing her again. She came home that night with only 200 naira in her pocket, barely enough for water and bread. She lay on the floor, stomach growling, eyes dry from too many tears over the years. But then, her phone buzzed. One alert. 15,600,000 naira. She blinked. Refreshed the app. It was real. A man named Chinedu had transferred the money to her account. She panicked, checked her call log, yet nothing. Then she dialed the number in the bank details.
This number is not reachable.
She tried again, and again, nothing. She held her phone tightly, her heart pounding like it wanted to escape her chest. Then she said, breathlessly,
God, if this is for me, thank you.
That morning, Amarachi turned into a new woman. She booked a flight to Enugu first thing. She paid for her mother's full kidney transplant surgery. No more dialysis. Hired a private nurse. Bought her mum a house. Then she settled her siblings, paid all school fees in full, set up a mini supermarket business for her mum. By 5 p.m., she was already back in Lagos. She moved into a serviced apartment in Lekki. New clothes, new wigs, new glow. She finally exhaled after years of holding her breath. The alerts didn't stop. 800,000 naira from a secret admirer. Even 1 million naira from a random man who claimed he just felt led to bless her. She was no longer chasing money. Money was chasing her. By evening, she had bought a plot of land in Aja, ordered a new car, and already scheduled a business registration with CAC. Blessing couldn't believe her eyes.
What can you do?
She asked, half laughing, half scared. Amarachi just smiled.
For once,
She said.
life is finally fair to me.
The next day, which is the third day, Amarachi's apartment was very quiet. No breeze, no street sounds, and not even the usual distant buzz of Lagos nightlife. Like the whole world had paused, Amarachi was asleep, lying sideways in her luxurious new bed. Her silk robe shimmered faintly under the warm bedside light. Her phone was still in her hand with her last alert from the bank, 10 million naira, credited. But then, her temperature dropped. Not like a normal chill. This cold was alive. It crawled across the floor, slivered up the walls, and filled the room like a fog of frozen death. The mirror began to fog from the inside. Then, the lights flickered. Once, twice, then it went off completely. Suddenly, the mirror cracked. A long, jagged split appeared down the center, and slowly, from that crack, a hand slid out. Long, thin, rotten black, like burnt leather stretched over broken bones. Then came the head, his eyes glowing red like boiling coal, lips twisted into a smile that had seen centuries of human suffering. It stepped out of the mirror completely. Amarachi opened her eyes, but she couldn't move. Her body was frozen and trapped, not by fear, but by something stronger. She tried to scream, her lips moved, but there was no sound. She was breathing fast, but her lungs literally felt like they were filling with cold water. The demon leaned in, its face inches from hers. It smelled like rust and rot and something you could never describe. Then it whispered into her ear.
You got your 2 days.
It licked her cheek slowly with a long razor-tipped tongue. Then it disappeared, and so did she. No bang, no blood, no scream, just gone. The lights came back on. The mirror was whole again. The room was warm. And her body, it was just lying down there, eyes open but dead and gone. Blessing found her the next morning, lying peacefully like a sleeping queen. Amarachi was gone. The autopsy said her heart stopped. They had no reason why. Her money was also gone. Every last kobo disappeared from her account. The land deal got cancelled, and the car was never delivered. But the house she bought for her mother still remained. Her siblings' school fees paid, and her mum's kidney transplant was successful. People say she died, but at least her family survived. The moral of this story is, in this life, desperation can open doors you cannot close. Words are not just sounds, they are contracts. Be careful what you say, especially when you're alone, because sometimes someone might be standing behind you, waiting. If you enjoyed the story, please like the video, comment your thoughts below, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel for more interesting African stories with intriguing life lessons. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!